And you know what? An ancient civilization such as China's is not short on traditions and festivals, well, far more than the West can fathom. Now, one such festival is quite similar, yet distinct from what is globally known as Valentine's Day on February 14th. The Chinese version, the Qixi festival, appears more steeped in tradition and folklore, but it doesn't fall on February 14th. Now, for the uninitiated, here's your first primer on Chinese Valentine's Day from Baidu.com. The Qixi Festival falls on August 2nd this year. It's a traditional festival to celebrate the meeting of a cowherd and a weaver girl in Chinese myth. The story goes that the cowherd fell in love with the weaver girl, the mythical daughter of the Queen of Heaven. Against all odds, they got married without telling other gods. However, their marriage was found out by the Queen of Heaven. She was so angry that she forced the weaver girl to return to heaven and forever banned the cowherd from seeing her daughter. Nonetheless, the cowherd went out of his way to sneak into heaven to find his wife. Now, the Queen of Heaven discovered this and created a wide river in the sky to separate the two lovers forever, thus forming the Milky Way between the stars Altair and Vega. The Chinese people consider the Altair and Vega incarnations of the cowherd and the weaver girl. It's said that if it rains at the Qixi festival, it means the separated couple is crying. The festival began in the 3rd century Han Dynasty. Now, as you would imagine, the Chinese have found symbolic ways to celebrate the occasion. Professors and students in Jiangsu Province's Yangzhou University School of Horticulture and Plant Protection are tapping into the nostalgia and feeling of romance that fireflies arouse. Well, this to promote environmental awareness, they raise the insects and set them free on the day of the festival. Let's just hope those critters don't burn out. Then there are the more eye-popping events. Reports say a blind date event was held in Beijing on Chinese Valentine's Day. Now, during that event, contestants only wore bikinis and shorts. More than 200 singles reportedly took part in the event, with most of them between the ages of 22 and 40. Oh boy, such undertones. Other stage events on the public transportation. Hangzhou's subway line 1 launched the love trains last month for the Chinese Valentine's Day. Reports say 3 classic love themes from Chinese ancient love stories were applied to the love train carriages. Passengers saw one love train every half hour. But even in conservative China, gays found a way to make a statement on that day. When gay couples began kissing on a Beijing street to mark Chinese Valentine's Day, passers-by were at first surprised, then began cheering and applauding. Reports say that on this traditional Chinese Day of Romance, many gay people felt no awkwardness in celebrating their love. Good for them. And finally, even a group of people whom many in China still consider untouchables had their way. An HIV-infected man and some volunteers held a matchmaking event on a busy commercial strip in Beijing's Xidan district. Well, this to draw public attention to the lives and rights of people infected with AIDS. Reports say some people not only went forward to interact with him, but also shook his hands and hugged him. Well, the festival was indeed a good way to tear down unfounded barriers. And that's today's national news. But when we return, around the world, a look at China's global footprint. Please stay with us.